Warning. The following program is a duo of white guys with a podcast talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, the MOZOS, or the Lubbock Matadors. There may be some cuss words because these dudes are in their 20s. If you're a Mozito, please seek permission before watching any further.
Happy schedule release day.
Happy schedule release day, Caleb. It's a very fun day. It's like Christmas all over again.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas was what, like a month ago?
Christmas came in February.
Christmas in February, which is also my birthday. But no, this is much more fun than my birthday.
Yeah.
Welcome to a very special episode of the Offseason podcast. I'm Dylan Wynn. We've got Caleb Lester right here. We just got our grubby little paws on this beautiful schedule in our inaugural USL2 season. And we've got a very special guest joining us here to break it down with us. The one, the only, you know him, you love him. It's Sean Dillon of Sean Knows Sports. Sean, how are you doing?
Absolutely great. How's it going, guys? Happy schedule release day.
Happy schedule release day.
You know, you've been soft leaking this for about.
You've been teasing. You've been. If I were a brisket, I would be very tenderized and ready to be put on the smoker right now.
You know that it's gonna be May gifts
it's
getting
gonna be
posted
May
like
gifts.
once a week,
And we're like, it's gonna be May. Okay, now we write that down. Write that down. It's gonna be on May. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we finally have it now. It's here, and it's only a short 3 months away.
Yep.
What are you guys excited about the most about this schedule?
So for me, I think it's the fact that it's a double-edged sword for me, but I like being able to play West Texas 3 times in a season. It could be horrifying for us, but I do like that we'll likely get a good contingent down there twice during the season, and then we end up here at home closer to end out the regular season against them on the 11th of July. That's a big one. That's going to get everybody through the gates, I'm hoping. And I also really like that we play everybody home and away, and we don't have just like, oh, we're just going to Oklahoma for one game. You know, we're going to one team for one game. We're playing everybody at home, everybody away.
I think the best part about the schedule is that you've got early winnable games against teams that aren't as developed as you have been in the past. Fort Worth has been competitive, but getting them on the road first, you'll have an immediate test. You come back at home, have them again within a week, and then you host. You head off to West Texas for the first El Dustigo game.
Yeah.
I think that's good because that right there you'll know after 3 games what this team is all about.
Yeah, I mean it's perfectly said. I said the same thing that, you got to go get those first 3 points. It's just where those 3 points come from. And I think this year with this schedule, you can easily go get 6 points your first, 2 games. And then that sets you up really well for a game against West Texas, who I can't remember the schedule exactly, but they start the season at Denton. That's a tough first game. Maybe, a tougher game than you would like. So there's a chance, you come into Midland and then you kind of just set the season ablaze for yourself or them. But the good thing is that I think David luckily takes every game at a time. There's no long-term planning with each game. It's just, we're going to go win this game.
Yeah.
And I think going through the schedule in that way, especially when you hit the stretch later of that 4-game stretch in 10 days, having the mentality of we're just going to take it game by game and, week by week or day by day at this point, that's going to help us a lot.
So I'm going to go through the schedule month by month just for our audio listeners so that they know what we're talking about here. May has 3 games, which I think that's one of the first times we've had 3 games in May. We usually have 1 or 2. It starts bright and early Saturday, May 16th at Fort Worth. That's our first game of the season, an away day. On the 22nd, Friday the 22nd of May, we play at home against Fort Worth. And then Saturday the 30th, we play in Midland against West Texas FC. As you said, Sean, these first 3 games are super important. It's a home away sandwich there. And we'll know what this team's made of.
I think the one thing, as soon as I saw the schedule, I teased Dylan. I was like, "You're going to hate this schedule," and he's like, "What am I going to hate about it? What am I going to hate about it?" And I'm like, "You're going to hate about something." And Dylan, what do you hate most about this schedule?
The thing that I hate most about at least May is that we only have 1 home game in May, and that really that could really stink for us. What I hate most about this schedule, I just don't like playing West Texas 3 times. I love it and I hate it.
But what is the main thing, Dylan?
I might be stupid. I'm not getting it. What y'all?
We don't know where Fort Worth is going to play.
Yeah, that's right. We don't. That is true. That is true. Thank you, Sean.
We have so much information going through our heads right now.
We have so much information, but yes, that is true. Fort Worth does not have a home field as of right now. They have moved on from their former home stadium, and they are now looking for another pitch to call home. They have 3 months to get something together. I have faith that they can get something done, but we don't know where that is right now. Caleb, do you have any speculation?
I mean, okay, look, obviously it's Fort Worth. There's a lot of stadiums they can play at, obviously, right? But it's just going to be a money thing of can they find, because obviously compared to MPSL, USL has a higher fee to getting in, so maybe that's going into a part of it. But they got to figure it out quick. I mean, you got to have a stadium because the USL2 isn't just going to let you play in a park with some painted lines. And
right now, at least, we can plan out every other away day as the MOZOS. We could say, these are the stadiums, these are hotels near the stadiums. We're going to talk with the front office of the Matadors to talk with the stadium to get them to rope off sections for us if we do travel there. And both Fort Worth not having a home and it being the first game of the season really throws a wrench in our plans because that is just momentum is just immediately lost in a way. You know, it's like, oh, we can't plan the very first game of the schedule, but let's just plan our first away game at Midland. Let's just start with that. And also the fact that, you know, we'll get into this later, but one of those is on a Wednesday. It's going to be a little harder to get people out, but I'm hoping that a lot more people come out for the May away date more so than the July away date.
Yeah.
Let's move on to.
I think the July games are to your advantage because you've got full 10 days.
Yes.
Full 10 days after you face Texoma on June 27th, and then you've got 10 days to rest, recoup, and then get ready to go to Midland on the 8th. You get to have those 10 days for the second game. And if you've won the first game, you could take El Dustico back for it and hold it and be like, here it is. Here you go. Yeah. Thanks very much for that game on the 11th. But I think having a late season bye is to the Matadors' advantage for the playoffs, and for the future of how this team goes is because you can take that break and allows you to get healthy if you've got injuries. And you know as well as I know, in a season like this, you're going to have injuries. And in a league like this, because remember, you're going up against a couple teams you've never faced, Texoma, McKinney, their new teams. Plus, you bring back a team that, you know, has been challenging with you with Denton.
We are still undefeated against them, but that could change this season. You never know.
I would just like to have that 10-day break is going to be beneficial because as teams start to lose players, that 10-day break will allow you to practice and get the players that you may not have seen in the past a little more time to get a little more seasoning. So when you start to lose players, because these players are still pre-professionals, they're going to have to go back to wherever their college teams tell them to come back. So you're going to have some of those teams, you know, we've had players in the past that have had to leave early and haven't been available. Having a 10-day break, allowing David and the coaching staff to do further evaluations on who might be working their way into the 11 for the final 2 games and playoffs.
Absolutely, and also I want to paraphrase here a little bit, but we play against Texoma on the 27th. So does Midland. Midland also plays Wednesday, July 1st, and Friday, July 3rd, and then they play us. So on top of that, you have 2. I believe they're playing Denton twice as well, 1 home, 1 away in that period as well. So we finish up our game against Texoma. Our rivals play 2 games, and then we play them, and that is rough.
Yeah, I mean, it goes completely in our favor but that Sean said it really well. It gives us a chance to get healthy and reevaluate players. One of our best stretches last year, you think about the Oklahoma, Midland, Jacksonville stretch, was because we had some time and we had to reevaluate every player. You saw some players come to the side who hadn't played all season and came in and really impressed. And, especially when you're going against a team like Midland where there is a lot of emotion behind that game, you kind of want that time to calm the players down.
Yeah.
And because if you're going week to week to week and then all of a sudden it's Midland, it sneaks up on you and you're going to be really hyped up and you're going to go through and you're going to make a mistake. So having that time to go, we're going to sit here, we're going to talk about it. And, on the other side of that coin, it gives them more time to think about it. And that can lead to some negative things. So there are, 2 sides to that coin.
I said it's a blessing and a curse in the Discord earlier. It could go either way, but I do want to believe both of y'all that this will be more of a blessing than it is a curse. It can be played to our advantage.
Speaking of Discord, there will be another announcement on Friday, says Thomas Wolf.
Oh, thank you, Thomas. More alarm clocks setting off right now.
That mean absolutely nothing.
Well, we'll see. Probably more player announcements, probably more stuff.
And we also are waiting for confirmation to have Thomas Wolf to give the official Lubbock Matadors opinion on the schedule coming up on the Red Raider Outfitter Rockin' pregame on Rockwood 1.1 coming up on Friday.
There we go. So make sure to tune into that as well. What time will that be on Friday?
It'll be sometime between 11 and 1, probably going to be in the 12 o'clock hour. If we can't get them live, we'll tape it.
Perfect. Make sure to tune in then. And listen to what Thomas has to say about the schedule, the official thought of the schedule from the front office there. Let's move into June here, and this is the real dog days of the schedule. This is where the meat is made. This is where the sausage is made. And we already immediately start with 4 games in 10 days in June. Starting on Wednesday, June 3rd, we play Denton here at home. We play at Texoma Saturday, June 6th. And then we stay in the DFW area on Wednesday, June 10th against McKinney. We finalized that 10-day 4-game stretch with a home match against Fort Worth on Saturday the 13th. We get a full week break off after that, however, which is good, and we play Denton away in Denton on Saturday the 20th. McKinney at home on the 24th. That is a Wednesday, and then wrapping it up here at home as well. We get a 2-game homestand at the end of June on Saturday the 27th. Outside of that 4-game stretch there where we're going home, away, home, what are your thoughts on June?
Yeah, I mean, look, Denton away, I know that comes later, but that's kind of like the precursor to all that. Because even though we're saying 4 games in 10 days, you got to think of that. We have a game 2 days before that, and I believe it's 7 days after that. I mean, it's a packed schedule. There's no breaks in this team. And, we talk about USL squad regulations of, I believe you can only have 26 players. That may be wrong. I believe there's like a number that goes with that. But the thing is that the squad depth has to be there.
Yes.
And you have to have the legs to go and do it. I mean, especially talking about that one where it's Denton at home. So what? You play the game that night, you go to bed, and you probably either drive there the next day or the day after that. And it's just about how much recovery can you get in that space of time. I mean, especially playing against a team like Denton, our games are always really physical. I know they just fired their head coach. They're probably going to have a new one coming in soon. But then you get to play 2 new teams immediately after that, Texoma and McKinney. We don't really know their identity.
Yep.
We don't know where they're going to be in terms of the table. McKinney finished 5th last year, got beat 11-0 by Denton.
Yeah.
These are things we got to find out for ourselves. And You just got to hope that the team has enough in the second string and the third stringers just to come in and be able to perform at the same quality and same level as the rest of the team so we can keep up the standard going against these teams in that stretch.
For USL2, your squad is 26 players with only 18 players available for match day.
Okay.
And then you only have a limit of 8 players over the age of 23, and there's a youth requirement where 3 players have to be 19 or younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, again, you know, we know, like, again, Duvon's going to fill one of those older player spots.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any other players. Maybe if Nadeau comes back, and Sean can't say anything, but maybe Nadeau comes back and he fills one of those spots. But when you talk about those younger guys, those are the guys you're actually going to have to probably lean on when it comes to these big stretches. Because, you know, after Denton and Texoma, cool, you played 2 games in 7 days. Are you going to be able, or excuse me, 2 games in 3 days, 4 days, however you count it, that 18, 19-year-old kid who may be coming from the youth academy,
Yes.
for all we know, is going to get his chance to play, and he's going to have to go through and make a mark. He doesn't get to go to; he has to in that moment. I mean, that's a career-defining game if one of those kids are able to get into that side. But that's kind of on the opposite side of that coin with the youth. That's when you start to lean on your senior players, and players like Duvon, where you need to have everyone kind of keep the head and keep everyone going. Because I tell you, I've played a similar thing. I've played 4 games in 10 days. You get a mental tired. Your body recovers, and we know how to physically recover, but it's that mental tiredness of here we go again.
Yep.
And it's going to be that leaning on the senior staff, and it's just you also hope in that strain that they lean on the Lubbock community, and when they go out and do their events, it kind of helps them get ready for that game and just keep the intensity up.
To your knowledge, did the MPSL have that under 19 requirement, or is that a new thing upon us joining USL League 2?
MPSL who?
Fair
Exactly.
enough. Fair enough. So
Exactly.
this is a great.
Are you looking back? Or are you looking forward? I mean,
fair enough.
I think you can't really look back at the rules that you used to be under. You have to look at the rules that you're under right now.
Yes, fair enough. I'm mainly trying to bring home the point that this is a big opportunity for one of these youth academy players that is coming in. And
without a doubt, I think that the key things that you have to look at is you're going to have opportunities. David and the front office are building a team that can stand these opportunities, and I just think it goes back to the team needs the support of the MOZOS and the rest of the community to continue making Lubbock that home pitch nightmare for teams, for Fort Worth, for Denton and McKinney and Texoma and the team that we don't name. That's what you have to do, is you have to make it a place where people are feared. They're like, oh my gosh, we don't want to go to Lubbock. I mean, we're so happy playing in front of 100 fans. Now we have to play in front of the MOZOS, and they're going to be chanting, and they're going to be yelling, and they're going to be screaming. And there are opportunities that, in the future, with the benefit of the growth that Dustin and Thomas and the front office staff and David. I mean, imagine if Plains Capital Park, they have to open up the opposite side because we have that many fans. Imagine the opportunity where you guys might have to, move your TIFO around because they've got fans that are coming. That's the potential strength of what the Matadors have. So as long as the fans come out to that May 22nd game, it'll be fine.
That's what I'm excited for here, Sean. I mean, we've got a brand new challenge in front of us. We need to just keep on building what we've been building the last 4 seasons. We need to keep on going and keep on pushing, getting more and more people in. And if you're listening to this podcast right now, if you haven't come out to a game, come out to a game this summer. The schedule is open now. Put it in your calendar. Like
Find a date. It doesn't have to be the first
yes.
game. It can be the last one for all we care. Get out.
And remember, they did make one change this year. All games will start at 7:00.
Yes.
7:00. There's only two exceptions to. I'm sorry. 5 exceptions, and that's the road games. Every road game, with the exception of Texoma, will start at 7:30.
Okay. There you go. And so all of our home games will start at 7:00, which is a 30-minute departure from what we have had in the past, but that's still fine.
But also think about it. In previous years, they say it would start at 7:30, but then it would kick off at 7:45, 7:46. So,
well, we'll see what happens in the future here.
Yeah.
These USL2 refs might be like, all right, we're starting. Let's go. Get everybody together. Let's have it happen.
yeah.
So we'll see. We will see. Finishing off, of course, with that July end of schedule there. West Texas away in Midland on Wednesday, July 8th. And then the regular season closer against that same team that I've named once and I will not name again at Lowry Field on the 11th, Saturday in July. That's going to be a banger matchup right there, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird departure. I mean, over the past couple of years, we've always played them on 4th of July weekend.
Hold on. We have some breaking news.
Breaking news.
Friend of the program, Carlos Tenorio, will be at the game against Texoma.
Oh,
so if you want to go say hello to Carlos, he will be here in town on the 27th of June. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Anyways, it's a weird departure. We've always played them on 4th of July weekend, especially you thought this year, it being on a Saturday, it would just line up perfectly. But no, they decided to give us the bye week, which we're thankful for at that time.
Yeah.
But look, you play them away on a weeknight. We already know that their crowd really isn't all that.
Mm-hmm.
And especially compared to ours.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a chance where we go down there and we bring more Matadors than they have. They have fans. I don't think that's a stretch to say.
Their only saving grace is that it's on a Wednesday, but at the same time, it's a 7:00 kick. Get off work at 5, go straight to Midland.
Yeah.
Catch the game.
Yeah. I mean, and we're going to try to push that really hard. But then, 3 days later, you play them at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, those 2 games could be title deciders.
Yeah.
That is a 6-point swing. Because, Lubbock could go into those 2 games winning like is ahead by 6 points in the table. And all of a sudden, we lose those 2 games and we lost.
Mm-hmm.
But do I think that will happen? No. But
how many points do you guys think it's going to take to win the Ranger?
Win the Ranger? Okay, so out of a possible 36, I think it's going to at least take 25 to 29.
Higher?
Higher.
30?
32, 34?
I'm thinking 29-30.
29-30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my thing is that this conference is such a dogfight. It's like the Big 12 in basketball right now. Like everybody's kicking each other's butt. I mean, Kansas beat Arizona last night. It's one of those things where the conference is so tight that it could be one of those things where you have a lesser win total.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you know about the conference right now? What do you know about the Ranger?
We don't. We just don't. I mean,
to be fair, I'm going off of history.
We're going off history. We're going off on paper that 3 of the 4 teams in the Lone Star Conference playoffs are now in USL 2, now in our division. And then on top of that, you see Texoma, who was a pro side, now isn't, potentially has some stuff up under their sleeve. You've got a second-year McKinney, who is chipper and has our same owner, and we know what he can do and what their front office can likely do. And then you have Denton, who we have played in the past and has been very good before. But at the same time, none of that matters until we get to the season.
None of that matters until you get a full roster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in Denton and McKinney's case, it doesn't matter until you get a coach.
That too.
I mean, both of them sacked their coaches this past week. And you got to, of course, knowing Hitch, he has somebody already lined up. They just haven't announced it yet. But, if you're a Denton or McKinney supporter, kind of just looking at that, where you have, where schedules could be announced this week, and then all of a sudden your coach is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just kind of in this weird limbo stage. But
like, will this roster come together? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
There's a lot of uncertainty there.
A good coach can make a roster come together. A bad coach can make a roster come apart.
And that's exactly what we've seen with with us in the past as well. So
not calling anybody
not
out.
calling anybody out, of course, but we've seen it happen to teams both here and there. Overall thoughts on the schedule, I'm very excited for the opportunity. I mean, this is already so much better than what I've ever seen in the past. Every game is drivable. Every game we can go to, and that could be the same for other supporter sections as well. There is a chance that all of these teams in the Ranger can, outside of, West Texas, Texoma, Fort Worth, who already have established supporters groups, all these other teams can make their own supporters groups and come out for games and do true away days.
I mean, not to sound too big-headed, Lubbock is going to be a lot of teams' Super Bowl. Well, it already has been for years, but for a lot of these fan bases, going to a crowd of 6,000 has never been something that's happened to them before in a soccer environment. So, I mean, we're probably going to see away fans from every game. For every game, for every home game that we play, because it's the spectacle of playing in front of this crowd.
Yes. And if you're an away fan, come talk to me. Do not talk to him on a game day. Just talk to me. Do not talk to him. It's a thing. It's a thing. He still loves you.
He
Don't
gets
worry.
grumpy.
He gets a little grumpy.
I think
sometimes.
grumpy's a very
nice word.
softball
Very
term.
nice.
For
It's
what
a very nice word to say on the broadcast here. Sean, what are your thoughts on the schedule overall? What is your opinion?
My thoughts on the schedule is that this is a perfect opportunity for the Matadors to early figure out who they are, and then a break before you have to fight. That break after the Texoma game on the 27th either gets you to allow you to figure out who you're going to have for the playoff push, or you get to sit back and relax and watch madness happen elsewhere in the Ranger. I think that this right here is probably the most advantageous schedule in the entire Ranger. I've seen them all. I think this is the, Thomas and Dustin and whoever put together, if Hitch had his hand in putting together the schedule, the people who put together the schedule made it to the Matadors' advantage. They did a great job. But this means nothing now. You have to have the rest of your team show up, and you have to execute.
Yep.
We've seen talented teams. I've seen talented teams that have gone in and totally just fell apart. It matters of, what David and this team can come together. Because I'm in the locker room. I see what's going on. And I have seen since day one how this organization and this team has either had heights of great heights or lows of great lows. And I think that this schedule will be the precursor of some great things for the Matadors if they execute.
Very well said, Sean. Thank you again to Sean Dillon for joining the podcast. That means that we have 2 Dillons to 1 Caleb on the podcast finally. I'm finally overpowering him. This is a great feeling.
Dylan, don't let that go to your head.
I'll try my best not to, Sean. I'll try my best not to.
Trust me, there's been multiple times where he's pissed me off, and I'm just like, you do know I'm twice the size of you,
Of course,
right?
of course.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was that one night in Denver where...
Oh, you nearly got pushed to the street.
Yeah, I almost got pushed to the street, and I had to be like, all right, gotta stop the bit. Gotta stop the bit for a second.
You did it.
I committed too hard.
Doing it till the next morning when I was like, stop it.
So
Denver was fun.
Denver was very fun.
Okay, you two, go and enjoy, celebrate schedule release day, and I'll see you down the road. You can always follow me on X at Sean Knows Sports.
Everybody give it up for Sean Dillon. Thank you for coming on the show, Sean. All right. Well, Caleb, that will do it for schedule release day. We're going to get this. This is a short and sweet one. We're going to get this in and out and off onto all platforms. Is there anything you want to say before I go into my spiel and our spiel about MOZOS due system?
Oh, yes. Okay, so final thing before we get into that whole fun. This schedule is there for you to win. You're going to have to win all your home games. That's a non-debatable.
Yes.
You have to win all your home games. That's the bare minimum. And then you're going to have to go and at least get, I say 26 to 29. Sean says 29 to 30. Doesn't matter. Go win every game. You know how much I would love to celebrate an undefeated season? I know that's not realistic, but that needs to be the energy of that we're going to go through and try to win every game.
Correct. We can't rest on our laurels. We cannot rest on our awards. Those have gotten us up to this point. It's now time to make new awards and hang new banners and get new hardware and continue to grind and push, because that's what Lubbock is all about.
Yeah.
That's what this city is all about. That's what this region is all about, is getting down and getting to work. And one thing that you can help us, if you want to help us get to work, become a MOZOS dues paying member.
What
Seamless,
a transition,
flawless
by the way.
transition. We've got a brand new MOZOS dues system on shop.mozos.org. Starting at $20 a year, that is less than a fast food trip for most people. That is cheaper than usually whatever I get at Whataburger. So
I mean, that's a burger and beer, right?
that's burger and beer at Wrecked. I mean, come on, that's a big time deal there. So give us $20 for 1 year, you become a MOZOS dues paying member. You get to vote, you get to talk with other voting members, and you get to help with everything that we do. We pull from y'all to help us make this mission, because it's not just me and Caleb and Clayton and a few other folks and the board and stuff. It's all of us that make this dream possible. But if you want to go a little bit further, get a little closer to the action, you can become an Ultras member. You get this nice, beautiful new woven scarf.
I spent 2 months working with Bill from Global Scarves on this.
Thank you, Bill from Global Scarves. We love you. We owe you our lives. This one is actually lighter and thinner, without sacrificing the premium woven feel of a normal scarf. You can wear this on a hot Lubbock day and not feel like you're sweating too much. Well, too much. You're still going to sweat. Unfortunately, you're still going to sweat. But that's just part of it. And that's $45 for a year. Get this free scarf, and you get to go to Ultras exclusive events. And much, much more that will be coming. And also, both of these perks get discounts on our MOZOS merch shop, and all those profits go back to philanthropy, to our game day experience, and to helping us grow and improve soccer culture in the region. Caleb, how do you like your scarf so far?
Oh, it's beautiful. Again, I spent 2 months designing it with Bill, so I hope I would like it.
Exactly. I would hope so as well.
Yeah, but just talking about the material, because material is one thing that a lot of people brought up. It's not as thick as the old knitted scarves.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as light and scratchy as the summer scarves.
Yes.
It's a nice, perfect middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people will like it this year. So not only can you get them with your Mozo dues, you can also buy them straight up.
Yes,
I
we'll be
believe we're
having
selling
these
them for $25.
These are $25 a pop. Grab yourself one. If you become a dues paying member and you want to outfit your whole family, boom, there you go. Use your discount on it too. That's the best part as well. Yeah. And on top of that, we do hear a lot of folks want summer scarves, so we're looking into it. If we get enough MOZOS dues applications, we'll be able to buy them and sell those for a little bit cheaper than these ones. So yeah, that's what our plan is right now. So make sure to be a dues paying member today. And you also get exclusive video content from us, MOZOS After Dark. You get to see the podcast a day before it drops. We're going to be doing player and coach and front office interviews. We're probably going to have Sean here on the podcast at some point, and we'll probably do a rock, paper, scissors tournament. I don't know. We'll figure something out, something else that's fun on that, and we'll make it work. So yeah, go to shop.mozos.org today and get those started. Caleb, any last words?
Let's go win the Ranger.
Let's go win the frickin' Ranger. Happy schedule release day. I'm Dylan Wynn for Caleb Lester. Have a very great rest of your week.